Welcome, Gunrunner.
Hey everybody, Q&A Killer Retroled here, and I have a new book review for you this week. And this is something that I was quite excited to get, and ordered it pretty much as soon as I heard it was available, and have been reading it and enjoying it greatly. And now comes the time to show you all and give you my opinions. So as you can see, it is Life is a Game by Mev Dinc, a very famous character within games development. A lot of people will be familiar with his work. Some of the titles he's worked on, some are actually there on the cover. He's worked on the Last Ninja series, co-designed First Samurai and Second Samurai, and Street Racer. He worked on ports of stuff like Enduro Racer and Super Hang-On. He worked on the Commodore 64 version of Ant Attack. He also designed and developed the official game of the Nightmare TV program for Activision. Another one worth mentioning. There's absolutely loads, actually. But they're the ones that I can remember off the top of my head. And yeah, so say, it mentions something on the cover, and this is basically his story of his career in games development, quite similar to the Sean McClure book, which I absolutely loved, which I've reviewed previously on my channel as well. So this is a paperback. It's a print-on-demand book. I got it from Amazon. Funnily enough, it's actually printed in the exact same place as my books are printed, which is quite cool, just down the road in Milton Keynes. So there's a bit about him on the back there. He is originally from Turkey and moved to the UK. And it says there, he arrived in the UK in 1979 and couldn't speak a word of English. But he bought a ZX Spectrum, and that's where it all began. So there we go, founding father of the Turkish gaming sector. He's also a BAFTA award winner, which is something not to be sniffed at. And a portion of this book goes to charity, which is cool as well. Having done a few books for charity myself, I can relate to that. So let's get the book open. So it starts off with a kind of little dedication there to some of his family, which is quite nice. I just want to point this out while I'm here, actually. It's the only disappointment I had with this book, so I'm going to get it out of the way early. You might see there that the pages are cut and binded off. There's quite a lot of pages like that in the book, unfortunately. And also, a lot of the pages were stuck together, and I had to run a finger between them to separate them. They weren't cut down the down this side, and I actually had to pull the pages apart, do it myself. So I've never seen that before. I've never seen it happen with any of my books. So hopefully it's just a one-off, and don't let it put you off at all. A bit about him there, and there's some quotes from some of the people he's worked with. So some quite cool people there, like John Hare, Sensible Software fame, Charles Cecil from Activision, John Dean, Activision, EA Sports. So yeah, there's loads. There's more there. Another one there at the end, Steve Merritt, Amiga Action, PlayStation Plus, Bethesda. So forward. So as I said, this is autobiographical, so don't expect loads of pictures. Although that said, I was quite surprised to find the book is in full colour. I was expecting a black and white book like Sean McClure's, so I was quite surprised by the amount of colour. And there is lots, as you can see there, of like photos. So he's obviously got photos of his school and where he grew up. So there is still, although it's obviously heavily text based, there is still quite a lot of imagery in the book to look at. So all sorts of photos when he was young and stuff like that. There you go. There's a book there about his the Melbourne House book, Spectrum Machine Language, The Absolute Beginner, which actually has been republished by my own publisher recently. You can buy it again. Talking about Ant Attack, which I think was one of the first things he ever worked on. Cool game. I met Sandy White, who designed Ant Attack as well. I went for a curry with him once, which was pretty cool. Talking about the MSX there. I didn't actually think about that. I could have interviewed him for my MSX book, but I could do that in the future. That's something I could do because he's a cool guy. There's an Amstrad there. Enduro Racer. Big Trouble in Little China. There we go. Nightmare. So there's obviously bits of all the games that he did. The stories behind them. Super Hang-On, Last Ninja. There's stuff about the Amiga. Time Machine. Oh, Hammer Fist was another game he worked on as well. Time Machine. Yeah, so contemporary, talking about the PlayStation and the Saturn. Working at Ubisoft. So yeah, but working on football games. So as I say, it is a biography. It's not a let's look at lots of screenshots and pretty images kind of book. So I mean, that's one reason why I've taken a while to review this actually since receiving it, because I wanted to make sure I'd read it all. As it happens, I've just had a little holiday, which was nice finally to be able to get away. Now we're allowed to go places again, and I read a bit of little bit while I was relaxing on the beach when I was away during half term. So that was nice to do. Not something I've done in a long time, not since last summer when I was on holiday abroad. It's something I'm looking forward to getting back to the island, my second home later this year. Already got my flights booked. There we go, Mev with some family and friends in Barcelona. There's some lovely photos that he's taken in here. And that's print on demand. It's all actually pretty good quality, as you can see. The print on demand is definitely something that's getting better and better, as I've experienced in my own books as well. So yeah, there's not really a lot more I can say or show you really, because this isn't a kind of one of those books where you get to look at loads of imagery. So it's actually quite a hard one to do in a YouTube review, but I've done anyway because it's always good to make people aware of more books like this. But really interesting read. Mev's a really cool guy with a lot of personality. He's got some brilliant stories in there, both from his game development days and personal stories as well, which I really liked. That was something I really liked in Sean McClure's book as well. Again, a lot of similarities between the two books, in terms of talking about their kind of life journey, not just the actual games development, but obviously it's a book that's going to appeal to people who are interested in video games and grew up playing all of his many titles. So, you know, if you're a fan of his games on 8-bit or 16-bit or whatever, really, you're gonna love reading this. And I have to say, I highly recommend it to pretty much everyone out there who's interested in retro games, especially people from the UK. Perhaps not so much to people from America, but there's still stuff you'll be familiar with, probably like Street Racer and stuff like that. So yeah, very highly recommended. Head over to Amazon. I'll put a link in the description where you can get it, and buy yourself a copy today. It's not very expensive. I can't remember what it was now. I was hoping at the price on the back, but it's not. I can't recall how much it was, but it was actually a pretty decent price for the size of the book. So yeah, go and grab one. Hope you've enjoyed my review of Life's a Game by Mev Dinc, and I'll see you all again for another video very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.